Please welcome the Mistress of the Macabre, Vanta M. Black.
Mistress of the Macabre. I've never been called that before. Wonderful. I knew we were supposed to speak up here. I didn't quite realize how long everybody was going to be speaking. So my novel is 566 pages, so I'm just going to start reading it for you. I'm not going to do that. Yes, this book, Oubliette, A Forgotten Little Place, I'm going to talk about the inspiration for it. The inspiration was Leap Castle in Ireland, which is apparently the most haunted castle in Ireland. And I saw one of those documentaries many years ago. It was around Halloween, and they were talking about how when they emptied out the oubliette, they pulled out the bones of over 150 different individuals. And that was the inspiration for the book, because I thought all of those people had a story. Whether they were thrown down there because of wars, they were a prisoner, murder, something really bad had to happen for you to get thrown into an oubliette to be forgotten about. And so I decided to set my oubliette in a castle in France. And even though it is based on historical events and mythology, they were all part of my imagination as I picked out different stories from the time of the Black Death. We have the Reformation, the French Revolution, all the way back to when Constantine and the Romans were taking over from the pagans in France. So it was those types of things, that inspiration, that really drove me to put pen to paper and write this down. And I then upped the ante, because I realized if I'm going to write about something like this, I don't know this, I don't know French history, I don't know about oubliettes. So I called up the guy, Sean Ryan, who owns the castle in Ireland. I was like, hey, you don't know me, I'm this lady from America, can I come see your oubliette? And he said yes, and he invited me over. So I saw his oubliette, I visited Leap Castle, and then I went to Paris, and I went to the Paris catacombs, which if you don't know what those are, they're underground tunnels, and they have the bones of millions of people who have died over the years, because that was definitely an inspiration for a part of this book as well. And then I went to Loire Valley in France, and I visited the castles there, because again, that's where I decided to set this. And it was all about creating a very authentic, realistic experience as I weaved all of these storylines together and then pulled in a modern storyline that pulls them all together at the end. So that was the inspiration for my book. And you know, it took me, just 10 years to write this. So being here tonight is really wonderful, and I appreciate it. It kind of validates a lot of the hard work that I put into it. And thank you, everybody.